again, so somebody else does something that you think is wrong, so you just do it? As we're at episode 28, we're like just getting the hang of this.
It's your lab. It took us long enough, but I think we're doing great. I think we're professionals now.
I think the look of the setup, it definitely has more of a professional feel than it did maybe in the beginning.
I agree.
I think we've come a long way
I'm
in the
proud of us.
podcasting game. Oh, let's not redo.
So we switched sides. Today's a special episode.
It is. There's a mascot here. We have a mascot.
His name is Duncan, Duncan, and he is.
I feel like you got to give him another name. Like, are you one of those people that gives him like a middle name?
No. Look at him. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Babies.
Yeah. I got a FaceTime earlier. You and Nicholas were like making out with the cat, and
so here's the thing. I was gonna just surprise him with you, or surprise you with him. And then I was like, wait, I feel like he's allergic to cats. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't surprise him and I should make sure it's okay. Because the last thing I need is for him to be pissed that I brought over a cat that he's allergic to. Come to find out, you are allergic.
Yeah.
But you take meds every day.
I do.
You're okay.
But I also, in general, appreciate asking instead of just bringing.
I see. My intention was to, but then that would have ruined the surprise. So that's why I was like,
I know.
It's a double whammy because I wanted to catch like your actual reaction to it, like on camera, because I thought it would be hilarious. But then, if this was at like a studio, I would have felt more comfortable. But then I felt uncomfortable, and I didn't want cat.
Well, especially knowing that the issues that I had with the cats in general.
He like is obsessed with Joe, and it's really funny because Joe's like, it's like they know.
They
like,
do. They know that like you're like allergic or something.
He is. You can pass him over to me. I'll just put him on the ground.
Don't want to fall.
No, I'm gonna put him on the ground. He just got fixed a few days ago, so technically he's not supposed to do a lot of jumping, but like he's a cat at the end of the day, so it's hard to.
It's kind of natural at this point.
Here.
But no, I do appreciate. I feel like even though that was your intent, I feel like you knew me enough to know that you had to ask to bring the cat.
He's really cute. He loves Joe, and he was already rubbing his face against his leg. Like
they know. They know when you're allergic. It's like because they want you to like them so bad.
You're so cute. He's really cute. I got him from a rescue. He came from South Carolina. There was an accidental litter where his mama got pregnant, and they
didn't have Plan B for cats.
No, the owners didn't know what to do with the litter. There was a total of 4, and so they put him in a box and left it outside of a vet's office. And so, yeah. This makes me so happy.
I don't think he's gonna jump.
If he does,
no, he might.
He might.
Do you not want him to jump? There he goes.
Well, long gone. So there you go.
Okay.
As long as he knows, I think he knows his pee place, so he's good. I hear it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm glad the piss box is right by me.
It doesn't smell like, especially since I don't think he'll go poop. I think it's just pee. If it's poop, then we gotta duck and cover.
I'm afraid to look.
I'll look.
Like the food that you brought stunk already. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's funny because it's literally like those are like wholesome ingredients. They don't use like I didn't buy like the what do they use, like the chicken bone, like deep like chicken byproducts, like those like gross foods that people use. I don't know. It's taken a while. He's like stuck in a trance.
Are you You peeing, brother? Or you doing? Oh no, you peed. All right.
Okay, good job. Hold on, can I praise him real quick?
Oh yeah, of course. I wish somebody would fucking praise me for taking a piss.
Good boy.
Look at this.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
This is
Good boy.
this is my life right now. The FaceTime alone with you and Nick this morning made me so like nauseous.
Yeah, he's really sweet. He's a really sweet boy. He's really smart. He had no accidents in the house. We showed him he's covering it. Doing his due diligence of covering.
Good.
So yeah, like I brought him to the box once and then he didn't go, but like I was like, this is your box. This is where you go pee-pees. And it's so weird that like cats instinctually know that like any kind of sand product, I guess I pee here. It's really weird. But he learned and he's been using it, and it's like stored away in this like furniture piece where half of the like drawer, you put the litter box in it, and he can like walk in through the open side and then go into the closed side where the litter box is hidden. So it like traps any smells. It's also hidden, which makes it look a little nicer.
Fair.
And yeah, he's really good. The first night was a little weird. He obviously doesn't know that that's his like new home. So he was just really excited and running around. And then nighttime came and he just didn't want to go to bed at the same time as us. And so he instead like stayed awake and we went to bed. And then I woke up at like 4 a.m. to go pee, and he was sleeping by himself on the couch, which was fine. But then like 6 o'clock came and he started crying because he definitely was like, I'm alone. And he was in a car with his like litter mates for 16 hours and he's never been alone. So he probably was a little scared.
Let him self-soothe.
So I told him I was like, come here. And he came to bed. And then last night.
You put him in bed with you?
Yeah. And then last night he learned where the bed was. So he slept with Nick. It was really cute. But he slept on my head for a lot of last night. And it's cute because he's like purring, and he's like purring the whole time. But like, also I'm tired. Like, stop purring. I love your purr. Don't ever stop. But like, stop between the hours of like 12 and 7.
I feel like this this came up, and this brought up a lot of different.
He's eating like a good boy.
Conversations here. Number one,
I think like immediately you started like asking questions, and I was like, wait. Like
we have to do this on the podcast because this is something that we've talked about before.
I mean, episode one was double.
But then I asked you another serious question, which was, did you get clearance to have the pet because you live in an apartment that says no pets?
And the response I had was, since the first initial conversation that I was like, hey, I'm not ready to get one yet, but would you be opposed to? And he was like, no, I'm not. Like, I've done it before. Like, we can figure something out, like where maybe there's like a payment or like a fee or something. And I said, okay.
And you took that as a green light to just get one.
And then I don't know what happened. It was actually I was going to surprise Nick, and Nick saw the cat.
But wait. Why in this conversation, when nothing was finalized, did you think that was a green light to just do it? That's what I can't wrap my head around.
I think it was, I felt like I had the green light when Nick was like, okay with it. And I was like, all right. But he was okay with it.
Between the two of you, you didn't have a contract written. There's no fee. So you even said, at the time out, you even said on the last one, you said if it was a flat fee, you would do it. I'm like, nobody's going to charge a flat fee for that. It's going to be a monthly charge. And you said, if it's a monthly charge, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
So not only did you not even get a yes yet, you don't even know what the fee is going to be, and you just did it anyway.
So the idea, I think where Nick even felt like there was a green light, our neighbor had a girlfriend move over, and when she moved over, there was a bunch of Chewy boxes outside of our apartment, AKA they snuck an animal in. I don't know what it is, but they snuck an animal in, and they didn't even like talk to the landlord.
How do you know that?
Because she just moved in.
But how do you know that they didn't have a conversation ahead of time? Plus,
he told me that no one else had asked. He was like, so just keep it between us that we had this conversation. And I said, okay.
So, again, somebody else does something that you think is wrong, so you just do it?
Well,
You didn't get a green light.
In my head, I'm like.
That's a female thing. That's a female, like.
I'm like,
no.
It wasn't a no. Like if he was like, no, I can't, I won't allow it.
What if he comes back and says, you know what, I thought about it and I don't feel comfortable. You know, we just don't want to deal with it. Then what?
Well, then I would be screwed. But like in my head, I was like, I didn't think that he would say that because he never like had doubt in his answer. He wasn't like, well.
But he didn't. But it doesn't matter because at that time he still didn't like. He could have went and talked to his wife and said, you know what, we just don't want to.
His wife was with him.
I'm saying they could have still thought about it after and said, you know what, we don't want to put up with, you know, we just don't want to deal with it. So we'll just we'll tell her no. And then you just did it anyway.
Looks like I'm looking for a new apartment.
Again, that is where I just can't reason with.
I know.
It just makes no sense because it's disrespectful. As
soon as it happened, Nick was like, what do you think Joe's going to say? And I was like, he's going to be like, that was the stupidest move ever. And in which case,
the risk is not fucking worth it. It's not worth it because, again, if he comes back and says, okay, well, I don't want to do it, like just period, fuck the fee right now. What if he's like, we don't want to do it, and then you already got one, so you either got to get rid of him or you guys got to go find another apartment. Like it's not worth the risk. Like, but why in your head did you think that it was okay?
I really don't have a solid answer for you.
It's because it's a female thing, and you like, well, okay, I'll get the pass. This is part of like the princess mentality that females have. It totally is.
Like I said, in my head, it like got solidified with.
But you didn't have a contract, dude. You don't even know what the fee is. You told me, you said if it was a $50 fee a month, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because
if he comes back and says it's $100, you're gonna do it? It's $1,200 extra.
I mean, I would debate it, but if at this point, yeah, if he said $100, like I don't think he would. That would be. I've never seen anything more than 50, but if he came back with it at this point, yeah.
But I think it's still like. What?
I'm just looking for him.
He's over there.
Oh, nice.
I think it's still like. The problem that I have with this whole thing is like, because I own a house.
Right. You're a landlord.
And
or were a landlord. Still am, actually.
Yeah, I am.
I keep forgetting that people are upstairs.
Yes, it's been rented. And I just think of it like. They're very quiet. Yeah, they are. They're great. Even if I had this conversation, right, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah.
And then you did it. That would tell me everything. I would actually come back intentionally and say no because you did it anyway. It's like a kid. Like, why did you think that you were? It just comes back to like a respect thing. Like you're not respecting somebody else's property, and like you're actually breaching the contract that you signed.
I know.
But like, why? Like, why? Why? Because it's just like I want it now. I need it now.
Well, no. Like I said, if he had said like no, like we don't feel comfortable with it, that's when I would have been like, okay, no, like we can't do this. We'll hold off. But when he had said it, and he had said like, I am not opposed to it, and he definitely heard that noise from the washing machine.
Was it the washing machine?
Yeah, that was.
I thought he just scared himself with the tripod.
Oh, he might have. Hi. So, yeah, if he had said no flat out, I would have been like, okay, like, that's a different situation. But because he was like, yeah, I've done it before, like, I would just, like, need to figure out, like, what that would look like for here. Then I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, when the... Come here. He's still so little that he can't make jumps yet. And he thinks he can. Hi, baby. Yeah, so, and then, like I said, the neighbor got something going on. So I was like, at least I had told him and said, hey, like, this is something I know I want to do. Can we make it work? And since he was like, yeah, okay. He's not going to bite it, trust me.
I don't care if he bites it. It's going to fall if he yanks on it too much.
Hey, let's not do that, yeah? Come here, little baby.
Again, I still don't see where... like, especially, and we won't go into detail. We literally just had another conversation about contracts and things being written and X, Y, and Z.
No, I know.
And it's like, if that's not written, the risk here is like,
it's really high.
It's high because, and I just can't figure out like why. Like I would never do something like that. That's why I cannot figure this out of why you thought. And I think it's because it's like, you get away with fucking so much other shit sometimes. It's true. You fucking know it. You get away with so much shit that you're like, that's okay. Like,
I got away with nothing as a child. So maybe
bullshit, bro.
As a child,
Bullshit.
Oh my God, Middle Eastern parents. My dad like wouldn't let me do anything. I had a boy come over, and my dad like literally broke down my bedroom door.
I would say that
you were too young.
Probably, but I don't know. It's like what other explanation could we have here other than like a guy? Here's the other thing: the guy owns the house, right?
Yeah.
The guy, your gamble here, and I would intentionally do it now that because now you did something that I asked you not. We never had a green light to do.
Yeah.
But a guy typically, because you're a girl, is not going to be like, she got the cat. Like, oh, now she's out. They're not going to want to throw you out because you're a girl. So that's why you press because you can do it.
I don't think I don't think. I definitely didn't think of it like that.
You didn't have to because it's just ingrained. Like, the guy's not going to fucking kick you out. I would intentionally say no now because, like, it's like a kid. Like, all right, stay in the corner for 5 minutes. And then at 4:59, they come out. Nope. Restart.
You would do that?
Restart it. Yeah.
No, like, leniency or whatever?
There's no leniency. Because it was 5 minutes. You knew it was. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
It's just like the impulse here is like
was high on this one.
It was so high, and the gamble is just not worth it. But it also outside of the gamble because it'll whether it's a fee, I'm sure he'll allow it, and that's your gamble.
Yeah,
it's more of like principle.
Yeah,
that's what I have a problem with because if it was me in my house and somebody did it and I never gave them the green light, now it's a disrespect. Now you're disrespecting my property.
I get it.
And we didn't have that. You breached your contract.
No.
And you just don't care. Like I don't. I can't reason with it.
I 100% knew what I was coming into with this episode, which is why I fully said that. There's going to be some people who are going to be like, are you like, why are you like letting him like talk? I fully knew coming into this podcast episode
because you know that I'm right.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with you. There's no part of me that disagrees with
That's
you.
what I'm saying. But I also am saying it not to be like, I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm trying because we had a different conversation about something else. And that's why I said watch out. Like this is just shit that I've learned over time of like, make sure you have cover your ass.
I don't know if you've ever, there was that one comment that came in like last week or something. And it was like this girl being like, don't let him talk to you like that. And I'm like,
on the real.
Yeah, I'm like, he's my best friend. And, like, they never answered. Or, like...
What did I say that was so bad?
I don't know, but she was like, don't let him... like, girl, leave him. And I was like...
She would have left. I was like... We both would have left already.
Long ago. Like, no. Best friends. Boyfriend has more patience. Like, don't...
He does, and he allowed this situation. Oh, my God.
He loves him.
I know, but it's like...
so in love with... He's so enamored
somebody's got to be
him.
the one to be like... Let's you know what, you could have even just contacted the landlord and be like, hey, like I have an opportunity here, like can we talk about this? And you didn't. You like, I'll deal with it later.
Yeah. It's funny because Nick, so when we were at his uncle's house and his dad's house, we wanted to get a puppy when we were there. And that was like, I was like, well, we can just keep him in the room. Like, I was like, what do you want to do? And he was like, no, he said no, like no means no. And I was like, well, it's like every dad, right? Like you bring him home anyways and you hope for the best. Like I did that with my dad. Like he didn't want another kitten, and look, like that cat was my dad's like favorite cat. So I was like, just do it. He'll fall in love. And he's like, I know him. Like I don't want to. So he wasn't willing to push the buttons on that.
Because it was family,
I think.
But you would push the button because it was family. But
I would.
This ain't family. This is a business, and you signed a contract.
Yep.
I just fuck it. Like
it almost makes it worse because Joe wants me to be like no, so we can argue and debate it.
No. Like, it's.
I'm like, yep.
I know, but and that's fine that you're owning it, but it's like almost arrogant at this point, and I can't figure out like it just to me it speaks like volumes about other things. We had an argument last week about other shit, and it just goes back to like, but it goes back to like. Respecting of other people's time and property and things like that. So when you do things like that, to me, it's like but I'm going to do it anyway. Even though you had the conversation, you didn't get the green light, you basically like, fuck him, I'll do it. I'll deal with it later.
I guess in my head, I was like, well, that's a green light. It's just how hold on. I was like, in my head, I'm like, well, that was the green light. It's just how much money is he going to charge me or how he's going to charge me. So why not just do it since I had, so this cat looks like a copy of my first cat that I ever had. Her name was Naze, and literally to a T, like he looks just like her. His personality is just like Chance, who I lost. And he was, ironically, born the same day as Chance, obviously different years. So I saw it. I made a donation to this rescue after Chance passed, because you do that like in Middle Eastern cultures. My dad did like RISPCA. My mom did the Woonsocket like cat animal sanctuary. And then I did Project Safe Pet. And they reached out and she's like, do you want him? Like, I have this kitten who's like adoptable. And I was like, oh, you okay?
The sound is just, I'm listening to you, but there's like a vibration that
It's that.
Is it?
Yeah, okay. It's the washer machine.
That's my fault then.
No, it's okay.
But it's like, it's going in and out.
I don't think the mic is picking it up. I think we can hear it through our headphones is what
Probably.
it is.
Okay. I'm listening.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, like, I think they had posted some other kittens and I kind of just like ignored it. But when she had reached out about this and then learning that he had the same birthday as Chance and then looked like my first cat, I was like, is this like a little sign, like a little gift from like my babies being like,
no.
Yes, it is.
No,
everyone else says it is.
Yeah, because they don't know the details that I know.
But he has the same birthday as Chance.
You could have. If it was that important to you, and to follow basic principles and rules and a contract, you could have called the guy and said, "Hey, like I have this opportunity. Like this is what happened. Is this thing tweaking right now?
Are you tweaking right now?
Is it like blinking, or am I like losing it? Something's flashing on the side of my head, like it's dimming or something. Is it not?" I have to watch this back because I really fucking think that it like dimmed for a second.
No.
But like, you could have called the guy and said like, hey, I have this opportunity. I know we talked, like I have this opportunity, but I kind of need like an answer if you think that this is something that we can do. And that would have been like the checklist of like, excellent. And trust me, I'm not big on maybe like, I don't even know how to describe this, like maybe like authority or like social norms or things like that, like to some extent.
Same.
You know what I mean? Like workplace environment, shit like that. Like I'm not like archaic with that shit, but it's also like if I have a handshake deal with you or I tell you something or I sign something, like word is bond kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why like, and in a way, the other issue that we was also on a non-agreed thing. So like the whole thing is like based on that conversation, you thought you had a green light, but like why? That's what we're trying to get to. Like, why did you think that you had the green light? Because he didn't say no.
Yeah,
but that's not a yes.
See,
that's not a yes, and it's also like it's because this isn't mom and dad like, oh, they didn't say no, I can bring them home. This is like a business. This is a contract.
To me, it was a yes, but like I'll let you know when I come up with a price. And it was like I waited, and obviously this was like a month ago at this point. And when he came up, I was like, well, I don't know. I never got a no, so I'm gonna ask Nick. And then Nick was like, well, the neighbors brought over a pet, clearly. They're not telling anyone. So we kind of both just like fed into each other.
You totally did, because this is like kid shit. It wasn't just
me. We literally were like, well, okay.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like, well, they're doing it, so I can do it. And it's like.
I was like, well, it's less like that and more like, well, they're doing it and they didn't ask for permission. I did it and I got an okay, but I just didn't find out how much, like, whenever. Like,
I don't even think you got an official okay. You had a preliminary conversation about something, and again, it doesn't. Even if he did, there's no record that he said it. So if it came back, right, and you had a verbal,
I need to get better at getting things like written down.
You need to spend more time with me and Brendan.
Yeah, I do. Is really what it comes down to.
Because there's.
You would have been proud of me though, because when I first got this apartment, I asked for it in the agreement because he gave me his verbal word of like, if I find a house and I'm under contract, he'll let us leave our lease early or whatever. And I asked for it on paper, and he wouldn't do it because he said that if I left during like December and he couldn't find someone to like fill in the apartment, then I would be charged for the remaining months. But if it was like during the summer and it's easy to find someone to like move in, then I was fine. But he wouldn't put it on paper. So I did know some things. Sometimes I remember like contractual stuff.
And honestly, with this situation, the putting it in a contract is for you. It ain't for him. It's for you. Because honestly, even if you had a verbal, if it's not documented, who the fuck can say that the conversation happened? He's going to be like, I never made an amendment to this contract.
True.
And then it's hearsay, and then you're asked out. So this is why I'm saying, I'm not saying it like to not get a pet. I'm saying it for you.
No, I know.
To make sure you cover your ass, because the risk here is get rid of the cat or you got to move.
I know.
So just, even if you thought you had like an opening, the point is make sure that you have the opening.
Okay, Dad.
You say that, but you know, like, and
no,
even in the other thing, like this is all like a benefit for you. Yeah, this is so you don't get fucked, because if he comes
like
back
and
says
it's like a prenup. It's like it's protecting myself for my future. It's protecting future Camilla.
Right, because because it's ancillary potentially, but you breach the contract.
Yeah.
And if it was me and the contract that I have with people upstairs, it'd be the same thing.
I get
you never got a green light. That's why.
I got a yellow. I got a yield. No, I got like a flashing red where it's like stop and then go. That's what I got.
Dude, I'm telling you this shit. Then it's gonna be a humbling experience when you.
I know. I don't want that. I don't want to wake him up. He's sleeping in my hand.
I know, but that's gonna be the humbling experience there. It's like, I hope that doesn't happen, but maybe. I wish you would have said something to me. I could have like put in some logic here behind this whole thing
instead of purely going from like my heart.
Yeah, you. I mean, you just can't.
See,
the risk is too great. This is why we
balance each other. I tell you to feel a little more, and you tell me to use my head a little more. We balance each other.
It's true, but at the end of the day, you still you did an illegal activity. This is an illegal move. Does Mom know about this?
Oh yeah, Mom came with me to go pick him up.
But she knew. But did she know the deets?
Yeah.
She knew.
Yeah, Mom wouldn't have cared.
I know. See, mom's like, I love Mom, but like it's like really tough because like the shit that I said.
My dad would have been like, no, like my dad doesn't know.
I know. See, like, I love Mom. She's great. Happy birthday, by the way. Today's her birthday.
Mom.
This is coming out in like 2 weeks, but like, happy birthday.
October 2nd.
But Pops, I think, has the mentality that I have.
That's the voice of reason in all situations. Literally all situations.
Because he would probably echo the same thing. It's not to say don't get the pet that you want. It's to make sure you have the clearance.
Can you do me a favor though? Take off your headphones real quick and just like look at him. Look at how he's sleeping in my hand right now. Just like real quick. Just take off your headphones and just like.
I have to go around.
Yeah, I have to go around. Just be quiet. Like, you can't, like, what?
I'm going to tell you this. I'm not like, the cuteness factor of that doesn't blind.
I know. It does for me.
I know.
I think it does for most people. You're the anomaly.
Most people are suckers.
You're the anomaly to everything in life.
To everything? You think so?
To a lot of things. Not everything.
We did that. Did I do that with you?
What?
The right brain, left brain thing?
Yeah, we did it together. You use predominantly the left, and I use predominantly the right.
I'm going to put that, if I can find the quiz, I'm going to put that in the description of this episode. It's just to say, like, what you normally go with. Like, there's the left brain is, like, which is interesting, but the left brain is more like authority and logic and facts and stuff like that, and then the right side is more like creativity and like feel and shit like that. But I was 75%, and then I redid it and it was like 60 something.
Yeah.
Right side.
I was 50-50, right?
Yeah, you were close. You were like 50-50.
Yeah. So I lied, not predominantly right, but I was 50-50, and it's funny because it's like clearly, I almost wish like the left side was a little less because it would make sense for like my like logic. I mean, as someone who did like really well in like math and sciences and stuff, I do actually have a very logical way of thinking. But like in regards to like emotions, my emotions run out my logical sense. But I do think I almost like overthink things.
It's more like the right side is like yeah, it is. It's like creativity, intuition, and artsy fartsy kind of, which is weird. Like it's not that weird, I guess, because
you're very creative.
75%. I mean, I don't. I think more of like
I think you think things through.
I do.
Maybe more than you're creative, which is weird because I think you're equally. I don't know.
Yes, maybe that's the anomaly.
Yeah, anomaly.
Maybe that is the anomaly.
You are 100% the anomaly.
Because I don't fit into that bucket on either side. I'm not super artsy. I know. Trust me. I don't.
Be your own person. I'm going to be a motivational Instagrammer. Be you. Be the sail to your own.
Oh, that was such a good one. Be the wind in your. No, it wasn't because
your own sails.
Yeah, something. But it wasn't wind because it made ride the wind of your sails. I think that was it. Ride the wind of your sails. It was so ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We balance each other out, and it's all good things. So this is what's new in my life. What's new in yours?
I feel like
by the time I come back, this will already be out. I will be going to Iceland. So I'll catch y'all in...
Yeah, like 2 weeks. Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything
Nothing new?
Fun going on. No. I don't have new pets and fucking European vacations or trips or whatever the fuck. I don't have anything going on.
I'll bring you back a souvenir.
Okay.
Apparently they eat like horse meat and like deer and stuff. Would you do that? You do have a game dinner coming up.
Yeah, they eat venison at a...
Do you eat venison?
Yeah, it's just deer meat. Yeah.
Is it good? Is it gamey? Is it like lamb?
Venison's good, but you have to make sure like it's gonna be marinated properly because if not, it's tough. It's gonna be marinated.
Awful
properly.
For my wisdom teeth. Lack of.
Yeah, rabbit's a lot easier.
No.
To eat.
I had 2 pet rabbits. That's a hard no.
Who cares? If I put it on your plate, you wouldn't fucking know. You'd think it was chicken.
I would. But
so who
if
cares?
you did it,
it's already dead. Honestly, it's a disservice if you don't eat it. I didn't shoot the fucking thing.
I know that is true.
So then it's like it's gonna go to waste. They're either just gonna throw it away. You might as well eat it. Pay some respects. This is
But it's hard because it's like
in the circle of life.
Simba.
See?
Simba. He's a baby angel. Yeah, that's all that's new in my life. I think I talked for most of this episode at least.
What else is fucking new? Because you don't shut up, Camille. Actually, that was a good joke that I had when you wisdom teeth.
My mom was dying laughing because she was with me and taking care of me that day, and you were like,
"Well, because you
finally shut up." My mom was like dying laughing.
Yeah, because you called me after the crumble cookies. Also, am I doing that?
If you don't mind.
Okay, I meant to put that on my list. All right, so yeah, you called me, and I was like, why? I expected maybe like Nick to call me. You called me on your phone.
I was fully ready to attempt to have a conversation with
Nick and your mom were there, and I was like, you couldn't say anything. I was like, that's finally, Camilla, shut up. Anyway, do you think we could squeak out another one, or?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I think we could wrap this one up.
I feel like I feel good about ending on this note. I think we did a lot of talking.
I feel like we're gonna hit it back to back, and
heck yeah.
Just make sure if you get a pet, just
ask your landlord.
Put it in the contract.
Get it.
Don't just ask your landlord, because if they say no and you do it anyway, or if you don't have a full green light, don't fuck yourself. Just make sure it's in the contract.
Get it in writing.
Get it in writing.
We love that so much. I love.
We love that.
Yeah,
we love that so much. All of it.
I'm talking on behalf of the both of us, so we both love that so much.
Yeah.
We love that for you.
I just hate. I hate that for.
I hate all of this for me.
I fucking hate all of this. Sleep. We didn't even touch on it. I don't want to jam this up, but the sleeping with the pets, big no, big red flag. Pets on furniture, pets in beds.
He's not allowed to go on dining room tables. I will say that.
He was on your couch and he was in your bed. You guys are sleeping with them.
Yes.
That's gross.
But not dining room table.
That's gross.
Not allowed.
That's gross. I hate that for me.
Boundaries.
He's on this table, right? But like.
It's because I was like,
it's the furniture. It's the couch. It's the kitchen table.
It's not a dog. Like
Don't
cats,
matter.
you can only like.
It's a fucking animal. It's a wild animal that you have in your house that you domesticated.
Cats like to work in like vertical areas. Like they need to be able to like jump and stuff. That's like part of their nature.
Get them one of those carpet poles.
I did. I got it for free from a company. Shout out Mau Pets, MAU.pets. They're sending it to me for free. Very nice. I used my influencer network.
This is part of it, actually. That's a great, oh man, this is a great thing because it's always this, yes, you get yeses all the time. And then you think you can just do whatever you want.
I don't know if that's the case.
I think that's the case.
Well, we love that for us then.
Yeah. I hate that for me.
Goodbye.